high life could be contemporary, or high life could be reggae, or high life could be jazz.
Right.
Any form of rhythm that you want to choose, you understand?
Right.
The only thing is that you have to think about the mood and the structures of the music, where the direction of where you are going. So I think that the high life is not dead. Uncle Basai is holding it. I'm holding it. Other people are holding it. So high life is not that. We need to pay attention to high life music and make the noise.
You're right. We are actually even focusing more on the influence of music in social change, because we see some songs like Ghana Freedom by E.T. Mensah, which was sung in Independence Day just to proclaim the freedom that we are enjoying. We've seen in recent times Stonebwoy coming up with a song like Rango. We've seen Sarkodie Inflation, when all these songs, and I'm asking that, are we actually? I mean, do you think that Ghanaian music today still carries that influence to,
in terms of lyrical content?
Change, yes, cause some societal change, actually awaking us, or it's just it's just entertainment?
It depends on the composer, you understand. Sometimes I don't just write a song anyhow.
Right.
Before writing a song, I have to think about what I'm going to put out there, because people are going to listen to it. One of my songs say, if you love Ghana, you know go thief Ghana.
Right.
If you love Ghana, you know go thief Ghana. God they watch you as you they go where you they can. Make you know, make your mind say God know they see you. Ghana be your own, no. Ghana be my own. Make we do well, oh now God go bless us. This is my
Wow.
So you have to think about.
Very powerful.
Thank God. This is what we have to start thinking about. You know, what, for instance, if you are going through a music theory, what you learn is the rhythm. You put your stave, and then you put your rhythm, and then what is the content in which are you going to put in the staff or in the stave? Are you going to put anything that concerning insulting or beefing someone?
Yeah.
It's up to the composer.
Right.
You understand? But sometimes you can beef, but beef can also go in a very wisdom way, in the sense that,
the wise way.
yeah, like Bob Marley would say, who wear the cap, let them wear it.
Yeah, who the cap fits.
Who the cap fit, let them wear it.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a proverb, you know.
Exactly. Right. Okay. Let me come back to Uncle Mr. Simons, and Uncle Mr. Simon, from where you sit as president of Musica, what themes do you think dominate today's music? Is it party vibes, social commentary, or both?
Well, I mean, at the moment, I would say, I don't know what to say, but you know what the Afrobeat is like, and everybody wants to do Afrobeat. And I remember one reggae artist, commenting on African music these days, that, there's a lot going on in Africa, and we are, the musicians are not talking about it, are not helping, to bring the realization of what's happening in Africa. But it's all about, someone love, dance, and we want to hear more of, not that there are not songs that will bring social change. There are a lot of them. But are we ready for that? Is our presenters ready to play those songs? I mean, there's a song by Kofi Kinata, which is, a bit talking about what's happening in our churches, and it just brings our minds to, hey, is this how we want to worship our God? And those songs they have to have their space on the airwaves.
Yeah.
Songs that, bring us to make everybody realize that, hey, we can see there's death everywhere. People throw things around everywhere. Our beaches are dirty. And is there a song that talks about it? Who is going to play that song? And that is what we are missing now. Before, I remember people would go and, you know, they were going to do a research into songs that, what is this song saying? What is happening to our country? Let's play this song to create some awareness for people to realize that, hey, what we are doing is wrong, you know.
Right.
Our beats are dirty, and, you know, there are songs talking about it, and we are not playing. So there should be a bit more research into songs that, especially now that our musicians have started doing EPs, you know, using this for the album, EPs. When you go through it, there are so many songs that is talking about good things, about our country, about our people, about our children, about education. And I think there should be a bit more research into it. But at the moment, those songs are not being played more. You know, I mean, Dele just sang one of his songs, and this song should be played more.
Right.
You know, there should be programs at our radio station that would
a lot of times. I'm guessing he has something to add to that.
I think I like what he's just said, because you see, musicians are messengers. If you understand the job is not really about fame or coming to make yourself popular in the music, you know, terrain.
But that's what the young people are looking for.
But I think they are missing a lot of things that they have to wake up. I mean, if you want to remain in this for a long time, you should see yourself as a messenger. You know, you don't do music because of the fame. You don't do music if you are really a messenger of music and you are called to do music, your focus, your direction. When I was growing up, I used to listen to Wulomoi because I grew up as a versatile listener. So I listened to folk music, traditional music, contemporary music, jazz music, Caribbean music, all kinds of music is what I listen. And then some of the songs, like, for instance, For More Jalae, For More AY, For Mulomoi, Obana Yone, you know, a woman will carry a pregnancy for 9 months, going to deliver is between life and death. You understand? So we need to sing things like this, a message, you send a message. We all have a message in our head. For instance, if you are talking to someone or advising someone, now I realize that, no, I don't need to talk too much. I need to put my talking into my music. Because I started thinking about what mothers go through and what they have done for us. So this year, I'm actually coming with thanking mothers song, a new song.
Wow,
yes,
wow.
Mother Good.
Okay.
You know, they go through a lot. I mean,
That's
imagine
true.
9 months they will go through. They will spit. They will. I mean, sometimes their system is not all that good.
Yeah.
They'll carry you for 9 months, and sometimes also maybe somebody like Uncle Bessa mentioned Kofi Kina's song.
Yeah.
When I listened to that song, I said, no, this guy is very wisdom. He has. I mean, he has putting his feet on the ground, studying things in society. Because if you are not able to pick up a message that will change somebody's life, so what are you singing about?
Right.
Music carry a lot of power. For instance, if I sing a song that becomes a hit, and I said, I'll slap you, I'll slap you, I'll punch you and punch you and punch you, it becomes a hit right now.
Yeah.
So when you see your fellow human, before you realize, punch.
By the time you realize you punch a person.
Who caused it? I'm the one who caused it. I will face it in the name of in front of God. So God is the love of music.
Right.
God is music. So music given to you is not just by a chance. It's a blessing that you have to make sure you identify the spirituality or spiritual side of music. You know, when I don't know first, I've been doing anything, but I remember I sang a song, Minya obie ko echemie ishingbo. Minya obie ko enchemi shingbo. Minya obie fietan fo adende. Minya obie fietan fo adende. Washiang bomo papa lepo nyomi. Fe bole nije manse. Minya obie ko enchemi shingbo. Obi amenity you know, or timing more than abonti nipa.
Right.
So these are some of the things that speak.
Okay.
You know, and sometimes the girls have their own way of singing their profane songs. Some of them, it doesn't mention your name. But I remember one of the songs I was singing, I didn't know that I have an enemy around my community because I was singing about me fie time for boka kemiai you if you time for kemiai kono kwe.
Yeah.
And the man came out and he said, "Oh la 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 kula la no la inush." I sang a song. He doesn't understand the song. So not knowing, maybe he's the fie time for. You understand?
Right. Okay.
So music is so powerful in the sense that you have to use it very well. And today, sometimes, some of the guys I listen to, their lyrics very good, you know. And also, we have to think about
right. I get all the points that you're making, but don't you think Uncle Bessa Simons mentioned that we presenters sometimes don't play the songs that actually carry the weight? We also want to entertain people.
Of course, the presenters count.
I think that is something.
90%.
Yeah, that's true. That's something very important that we have to look at. And I mean, here at Z, we actually promote social change and business and all of that. And so those are songs that we will play from time to time. But don't you think the reason why the young people, because you are saying music is a calling, maybe they are not seeing it as a calling, and that is why they are singing all kinds of songs, and all kinds of things.
And that's why they've not gone through. You have to go through the rudiments of music.
Uncle Simons is laughing. We're singing all kinds of things. But don't you think another problem could be the commercial success or the commercial side of the whole thing? Because they've seen that those songs are the songs that sell. The ones that are talking about.
But the song I was singing was also commercial before. It was a commercial. I mean, if you sing Bem, Belembe, Belembe, it's a commercial music.
Yes.
It's not traditional music.
But how about the social, socially conscious side of it?
You see, it depends on the revolution of people that are coming from a certain era. And they have, for instance, this Afro, they call Afro. For instance, if I want to call the Afro, if I want to go to theoretical aspect of Afro, then I would define Fela music as more Afro.
Right.
Because it has more of Afro jazz. The influence and then the chord structures in the songs are different. But maybe this kind of song, maybe 2 or 3 chord progressions and there's no, change, maybe a bridge or certain kinds of maybe melody, you know. But we are given a certain name, but we could use our own high life music. For instance, what do you call the offbeat and onbeat is what they use. Now, you think we cannot use high line for that? We can also use high line, the same 4/4 structure. I can use bang, bang, high life structure or high life progression, but the singing is not going to be like the way our ancestors have the vibe in high life. I could triple up my singing like that would be my style of singing. Oh, you understand what I'm saying? I can understand what I'm saying. So,
okay, Uncle Mr. Simons.
Yeah.
But can you highlight some recent songs that have sparked some important national conversations? Because I can't think of any.
Well, I mean, you just, you said it because, when people are and I spoke about people doing EPs now.
Yeah.
I think the young musicians should write more about us. If I say about us, about our environment, our country, our education, what is happening now, social justice, we need to talk about this, We see it happening all the time. And it's not like because you see people doing a certain kind of songs, you should also go and do that. No, I'm sure musicians have something in them. We are the ones who talk about what is happening in our country. And we can put it in so many ways, structure it in so many ways that sometimes You listen to a song, and the song has multiple meanings. But musicians are talking to you. Musicians are talking to the people.
Right.
And let's say when there was apartheid in South Africa, there was so many songs, every day talking about how bad apartheid is and how South Africans should be free to live in their country. And they got what they wanted. I mean, this time, what do we need? We need a lot of training for our youngsters, for them to work. We can talk about it. That you finish school and there's no job for you. These are little things we can talk about in our music. Although the commercial side is good, but now we're making it sound like if you don't write, something, I don't know, I don't want to use anything, then, that is where music should go. No, music will have to, it can be a commercial music, but anytime, listen to Amachi Dede's music. Some of them are advising us, Lumba. Lumba wrote so many different styles of music, but you go and you come and could be the same. They will come and then do their music for what they think the trend is going by. At the same time, also, writing songs that will make people think and see that, hey, this is happening. We don't have to do this. It's bad for us, that kind of a thing. So I think the now current musicians should also write some so that, when you go to a country, I went to France, to Caen, and when I came out of the airport, the taxi that was taking me to my hotel was playing different songs. And the driver in the taxi was telling me about the song, the composer, what they are saying, because it's in French. And you can see that, people are promoting their country with their music. Even the taxi driver, the moment you see the song, they've started selling their country to you, just like that. So I think we have to also think about that and then go that way, right? We musicians should also think. But sometimes people are also afraid, and I don't know why they are afraid. They are afraid that, if I do this song, this one, no radio station will play it. Nobody will like this song because, I am saying something very important, and people don't like listening to important things these days. But I think people are ready even more now to listen to important things. So we shouldn't be afraid as musicians to write songs that will make us sit up. I'm not saying we should insult anybody, no, but we musicians know how to couch our I remember some time ago, Pat Thomas wrote a song when he was in Germany. Yes, Sambro and Bonnia Dawson, and by that time Pat was doing more high life commercial songs, and then he brought this song, but still in the commercial pop way, and everybody was singing it all over. So I think we should write more, dig deep, and one song. And I always say, every musician, whatever you do, should try and write one sensible song before you die.
One sensible song before you die, right? Right. I like that. Thank you very much, Uncle Mr. Simons. I'm going to come to you, Uncle Della. Your music is known for its deep messages, right? How do you balance entertainment with advocacy? I'm going to allow you answer that when we come back from this short break.
Sure.
Stay tuned.
I like music. Ya This is Business Breakfast on Z101.9 FM. Your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio.
Z101.9 FM.
Stay tuned to your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio.
I was so
Business Radio.
That's right. That's a High Life medley by Dela Butri. Well, of course, this is the first time this song is playing on air. Yes, it's the first time it's playing. Nobody has played it before. And it's brought to you by DJ Wade. DJ Wade, right beside me. There's a High Life medley by Dela Butri. You want to check it out? He says he did this one just to thank those who have come before him. Maybe I should just bring him to the conversation. Tell us, what inspired this?
I was thinking about all the time when people go to the radio, we have to promote our high life music, and I was like, okay, let me do this one to thank our ancestors who are there before, or the living legends like somebody like Asabia Cropper and others. I cannot remember all the name. Wallace. All the artists that I put on them, they are my favorite artists, and I was thinking of how to do this in the medley form, so that at least we showcase this our medley, to the world.
Right.
Yeah. For a very long time, I recorded this album before. I think I was going to travel to Denmark, so I brought in my saxophone player from Denmark to come and record in Ghana, but I never released this song. But I did this to thank them and to give it to them.
Right.
To own it. I don't own this music. It's not mine.
Right.
I arranged and sang.
And this is the
it's
first
their
time
composition. This is the first time.
How do you feel?
I feel so great. I feel so great that you broke the virginity of the song.
It's been around for how many years?
8 years.
For 8 years.
There are a lot of things I've never released.
Wow.
Yes, I'm working on a lot of things, and then the time is coming for me to release them. So this is the first one, and I have a full album I recorded from here and then re-record in Germany with my band, and then mix in Germany. And then I'm coming out with also a project called Authentic Afro Music, traditional instrument from all angles to play the high life music, Afro,
Wow.
the same commercial, I was like, because if we don't do that, the youth that are coming tomorrow will get disconnected. And when they get disconnected, white people from abroad who are learning our Kora, our Sipri, they will come and teach us our own culture, because we are running away from it and doing more of the commercial program music. But meanwhile, we can use the live instrument to do commercial as well.
That's true.
So my album, which is Authentic Afro Music, is my brand of music, but it's all traditional instrument from Ghana, from Morocco, the traditional instrument called gimbri. And then if you go to Senegal, Mali, we have their own, they call it balafon, and our own xylophone and our tenteben bamboo flute.
Yeah.
And then voices, calabash, gome drum, fusing all tradition. And we have done a video of this for people to see that it's not only recorded version from the studio, but we have a live version that we are performing the instrument live as well.
Right. Awesome. We would love to hear them when you release all of those ones.
Yeah, I can give you a tips if you want.
Definitely. Before we go, you play something for us.
All right, sure.
Yeah, but if you just tune in, this is Business Breakfast on Z101.9 FM with me, Nitra Bihamon. This morning, we're asking a big question that are our songs or our music here in Ghana promoting social change, or they are just entertaining us. And I'm doing this with Uncle Dela Butri, who is in studio with me, and Uncle Bessa Simons, president of Musica, who is over the phone lines, helping us understand these things. If you want to join the conversations, feel free to text us, send us a WhatsApp on 0544321019. 0544321019, or you can call us on 030395661, 030395661, or engage us on our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and X at ZFMGH, and we'll do what to read your comments. Let me bring you back into the conversation, Uncle Dela. So, Uncle, Bessa Simon is still on the call, right? Okay, all right. Let me talk to you, Uncle Dela. I want to know the question I asked before we went off. How do you balance entertainment and advocacy in your music?
Well, as a composer, you have to think, I mean, like I said before, what do you want to do? You have your stave. I'm going a little bit into theoretical aspect. You have your stave, you have your staff. What do you want to put in the content of? When you are talking about stave, it's like you have all the parts. What do you want to put in there? Do you want to put profane or you want to put? So you need to balance yourself from the two.
Right.
I mean, you are the one controlling, or you are the one with the spirit of music gifted. So you should know. I was not even thinking that I was going to do music. My mind was not into music. But like I said earlier on, if it's not a call, then forget about it.
Right.
That means if you don't have passion and love for it and it's not a call, forget about it. Because then you're just wasting your time, or you want to do something to brush the street and then that's it. But to do music, I've been doing music professionally, I can say it's over 30 years now.
Wow, 3 decades.
Yes.
That's a lot.
If I want to add my amateur level, then it's about 4 decades and some years.
I see.
Yes. You know, you need to have that kind of passion. If you are going to marry a woman, you don't love the woman, how do you go and engage the woman and marry the woman?
Right.
You are going to stay with her for, I mean, the rest of your life, you know?
Right.
You need to love her, and that's how I love my music. And I don't love my music loves me more than I do. And who is that love? God. So if you are not able to balance very well, then it's a problem. You need to have
the balance.
a balance, yes.
Right. Now, but Uncle Besser Simons.
Yes.
Yes. As president of Musica, how do you think the union can encourage more socially conscious music?
Okay, thank you very much. You know, last year and this year we've been focusing on the youth, those who want to do music. And like Dele said, music is a calling because it's not an instant thing. You just come in and then you make it. You have to be dedicated, consistent, you know, and learn all the time, you know, for you to make it.
Right.
So for us, we started, you know, getting the upcoming artists, the young musicians, to play with the live band for them to feel what it is like. Because another thing that brings longevity into the music business is playing live music. You know, but most of the young people don't know. So we set up a band at our office. We have a big space there. And then the youngsters, you know, came to record with the band. And the interesting thing is that they were so good. I mean, rehearsing with the band, those people who sing in off keys started singing in keys, you know, and now people were realizing, oh, this is what I'm singing about. This is what I'm doing. You know, then we did a show with them at the forecourt of the National Theatre and another one at the Gold Coast. And it made us realize that hello?
Yeah, I'm with you.
And it made us realize that, oh, people want to do, you know, this kind of music, play live music, understand what guitars play, what keyboards play, what the drummer is playing, what percussion, what the sax is playing. So it was a very good thing. I also think that we have to protect our identity, which is our live music. So we will have to put some incentive into those who do our live music. I mean, for example, if you do British pop, do British rock and roll, the country has, you know, incentives in place because they want to protect what belongs to them. What, I mean, like what the way Beatles play, the way Rolling Stones play, the way they play their country music, they protect it. So we are going around to get incentives for people who do high life music. And we will not stop until we know that there is a space that encourages Ghanaians to play high life music. That if you play high life music, you will get these privileges. You will get this, you will get that. So that it will encourage them to do more of our music. You know, because at the moment, there is some fear in Ghanaian musicians some of Ghanaian musicians, especially the young ones, that, oh, if I do high life or if I write my music these days, nobody will recognize me, nobody will listen to my music. But that is not true. I mean, just now, our DJ at the station just played the last song that, it's not been played anywhere. And it's the same way your music can be pulled out from the millions and played on air for people to, and that moment will be your break.
Right.
So I think for Musica, we are encouraging people to do Ghanaian music, but more of it, we should be able to call ourselves high life musicians, because right now if we say we are reggae musicians, fine, but that we have reggae musicians coming from another country. It's an intangible heritage for another country.
Right.
If we say high life, everybody knows it comes from Ghana. But here's the case: we are not saying it. So before we know, some people will claim it, and we are not going to allow that to happen. We have started working on it, and so that working with the folklore and the UNESCO to make sure that high life will forever belong to Ghana.
Right. Maybe just one more question, then Uncle Dela will come in. He has something to say. Do you think that awards schemes like the TGMA, Telesale Ghana Music Awards, should have a particular category that actually focuses on social change, whether a particular message? I mean, a category that awards somebody for doing a music that speaks exactly towards social change. Do you think we should do that?
Yes, I think that category should be in all our awards teams. There used to be one, so that's why I'm very happy about today's topic, what we are talking about today. There used to be one that, I've forgotten the title for that category, that, people who write songs, patriotic songs that will, advise, songs that will bring a change in our lives, songs that will make us realize we are going wrong, and I think they took it out because musicians were not writing that songs again, or, radio stations were not playing such songs again. So, and if you are not playing it and it gets to a point where musicians are copying other musicians, everybody following, hey, this man is doing this kind of music, so I'm also going to do it. This is where the money is. This is where the action is, so I'm also following. Then, award schemes will take it out. But I think we should start again. I think we should start again writing songs that will bring a change in our lives, and that will make the whole world also see us as one unique, authentic nation with a style that nobody can do it better than us.
Right. Okay. Uncle Dela.
I think I agree with Uncle Bessa. Sometimes for me, I think that talent, or in the band, somebody can play the piano, somebody can play the guitar, somebody can play the tintiben, the oboe, the saxophone, anything. It's not everybody who can play keyboard, can play drums, unless you go through or you have the talent to do that. But the fact is that somebody is a reggae artist, and the person is not a versatile, to switch into the high life. But the thing is that if you are a reggae artist, you are good in singing of reggae. And what kind of music are we promoting, or where are we coming from? You can do your reggae high life. We need to have a category like a high life, a reggae. The sound we are talking about here is high life.
Okay.
For instance, jam pam pam pidam pidam pam 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 pam. This Yampon style of music. Jain sanu mine branchi enya mawo misi enya mawo pam pam pidupa jayo mine branchi enya mawo misi enya mawo pam 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 jain sanu mine pipidi. It depends on the creative person.
Wow.
For instance, somebody can sing in the 4/4 structure. Somebody can do reggae. Somebody can do high life jazz. Somebody can do high life Afro. Do you understand?
Yeah.
What is the element of Afro, if I may ask? What is the element? If I may ask you, the DJs or the presenters, you see, it's what we call in the music terminologies 4/4 structure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boo, 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 or boo, boo, boo. You break, but the counting is still the same 4. Boo, cha, cha, boo, 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 and we dance to it. Either the full, but no matter how the situation may go, you are still doing the 4 counting with your dance movement.
Right.
You understand? You can break them. You can do the moods of our music. We have various style of high life music. We have kwao, high life mood. We have odonso. We have yamponsa. We have sichi. We have plenty of them. So you can choose all this kind of sound, or the guitar, or the harmony on the piano, or whichever instrument you want to have as a background of the music. You understand?
Yeah.
Then you lay down your rhythm section on it. You see, all these things. Last year October, I did a workshop which was sponsored by German embassy at Bidas.
Okay.
At Ashoma. And the idea is that most of the producers don't really understand our rhythm. You understand?
Yeah.
Ghana, do you know how many rhythms do we have in Ghana? Do you know how many rhythms we have in Ghana? 600. 600 rhythms is what we have in Ghana. And you ask yourself a question. High life is one of them. Even high life, there are several high life, different kinds of high life style of music which we have in Ghana, but we are not making use of them. We like too much of importation than exporting. We are importing music more than we have a lot. I know one of the Zao, one of the this country, Congo. He came to the country to perform, and I was invited by one of the French former ambassadors to his residence, and then we were having a conversation. And he said, "You Ghana, you have music we used to listen from all over. Now we don't hear them again. Why? Why?" He was asking me this, and I was like, "I don't know." But the question is that if all the DJs in Ghana come together and say, "Hey, this is our music, or this is our sound. Let us do it, or let us have a dialogue with the musicians. Maybe they want to have a synthesizer, high life, but still high life harmony,
Right.
high life progression. But the singing could be maybe you want to sing in a trio, or you want to sing in quavers, or you want to sing in demi-semi quavers, or whichever form of
Those are
style.
technical stuff.
Yeah, of course. That's how I understand. Me,
right.
I speak.
I get it.
That's how I am.
I get
You understand?
it. Okay.
Because there are things that is more younger ones are doing more like. You understand? These are the things they do in the music, but this can also be done in the progression of a high life music.
Right.
You understand? Then when it goes out there, we can sell ourselves to the Grammys. You understand? Because we are copying something that is not ours, and you say we want to represent ourselves in the Grammy. How do you represent? You need to have your special. Our sound is special.
Yeah.
High life music is special.
Right. And we need to embrace it.
We need to embrace it.
Awesome. Okay, let me come back to Uncle Bessa Simons, and then as we try to wrap up. Uncle Bessa Simons, you were saying a while ago that we should put in place some incentives. Who is supposed to lead that particular charge?
Well, I mean, Musica is leading that charge because we have written to so many institutions, and then we are going to follow up to see what they can also do to bring up these incentives. I mean, we want to encourage Ghanaian musicians who do Ghanaian music with more elements of high life in their music. You know, high life is the easiest music to fuse any genre with. And I mean, but the name high life, we have to brand it. We have to make it a national thing, you know. And so this is how we are approaching it. We've also written to the government. We've written to so many people. And you will see that in going forward, with Musica celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, which is our Golden Jubilee. We are promoting Ghanaian music, all styles of Ghanaian music. And you will see us talking about this all the time, wherever we go, and encouraging the young ones. We'll be putting up shows for young musicians on television, on the radio, for the next generation to see that, this is there for us. This is our music. And it's easier for us because when you were growing up in your parents' home, they play high life music all the time. So no matter what you call yourself or you sing, you are singing high life on top of other things, When John Tafu came, he came with Boga, but not Boga high life. When Reginald Stone's era came in with Zap Marley, they came with hip life. They have the high life in there. But now we've thrown the high life away, and we're doing something that we're calling them. So people don't know where we come from. Whether we're from Nigeria,
So have you thought about probably declaring a particular year, maybe this year as a year of high life, and then you get every musician to at least compose a song using high life?
Yes, I mean this year we are planning to do a high life song competition. So everybody will write a high life song and then submit it to a point. I mean, it's been drawn. I'm sure May. It will come out in May, and then at the end of the day, we will collect high life songs, and then we will do the proper, documentation to it, so that the winner will get something very substantive, and then the rest will be put into EPs, that will be released, and I mean the funds will go to the right owners of that music. So we are doing that. I'm sure when the high life competition comes, people who are doing all kinds of songs will come and write a high life song, because there's no Ghanaian musician who cannot write a high life song. Maybe sitting down there's some serious high life thing in you that when you do, you will go to the whole world. I mean, the laboratory is touring all over the world with high life. I just saw his video when he was in Japan, and it was great. I mean, he taught the Japan bass player to play high life with him, and I'm sure that bass player's life, like the pastor said, would not be the same again. So I think we are going to do that, and I'm sure when we start doing that, you will also support us so that we bring a change.
Most definitely, we will do that. So which people are we targeting for this competition? Are we looking at the Sarkodie's, the Stone Boys, or we are just looking at the upcoming acts?
We are looking at every musician. We are going to make it open. It's open to every Ghanaian musician, to write their high life music and then submit it, and you never know who will win. We are not restricting it to only upcoming artists. We are not restricting it to only young musicians. Once you are there and you've got some music in you, we want to hear it. But make sure you put in more high life elements, more high life rhythms, and the style, your artistic impression of what you think about high life.
All right. Okay, thank you very much, Uncle Bessa. Maybe I'll take your final thoughts, then I'll come and wrap up with Uncle Dela in studio. What advice would you give to musicians who want to use their music for a greater purpose other than just entertainment?
Yes, I would. Music, sometimes you can go spiritual. Sometimes you sit down and a song will come into your head. Sometimes you create, sometimes you take pen and paper, you write some things down. Sometimes you go to church, the pastor will say something or the choir will say something, you can get a song out of it. So don't restrict yourself as a musician, don't restrict yourself to only one way of writing music. Write music when it comes to you. Write music, and also at one point, like I said, sit down and crack your brains and say, think about this music. I'm going to write this music which is going to stand the test of time. When you listen to music, you can hear a song that is being written. They put in a lot of effort to make this song bring a change, to make this song make people feel like they are human beings, that we can do this and make it work. Like I said, we also, as musicians from Ghana, be proud to be Ghanaian musicians. Be very, very proud to be Ghanaian musicians. All the musicians who are touring all over the world from Ghana are very proud Ghanaian musicians. And once you feel like that, you will go to place.
All right.
Having said that, I would like to remind us that we have also lost, some great musicians over the years, and most of them are being buried this year. Tomorrow, Saturday, we are going to the forecourt of the State House because now Manua talking about Wolomon.
Yeah.
When you are married, yes, she is dead, and then her funeral is tomorrow. The president is giving her what we call a state-assisted burial at the forecourt of the State House, just opposite the conference center. And we are inviting all of you to come to pay your last respect.
Okay.
When we finish with that one, next week, there's going to be Tede Osei, the leader of Osibisa. And there's going to be his funeral. And her body will be flown in today from London. And then his burial will be next week, 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Right.
So please bear that in mind. And on the 25th of April, also, we have Mr. Eko Tibafu, George Darkwin's funeral at Ekopon. But we will be feeding you in as we go along. But tomorrow, the main thing is Na Amanua of Wolomon.
Okay. Thank you very much, Uncle Bessa Simons, for making time to speak to us. I'll wrap up with Uncle Dela in studio. Maybe your
okay, it's gone.
So your final words as we wrap up.
I think what he said, I agree with him. And then the thing is that if you are a composer, you cannot sing in Twi. Does not matter. You can sing in English. You can still sing your message. You can bring your message out in, for instance, if I want to say, Ghana, let's come together as a nation. Like Osibisa also sang in, everybody do what you're doing. Smile will bring the sunshine. It's the same high life in there.
Right.
You understand? So if you cannot speak Twi, does not matter at all. You can speak your Ewe, Dagbani, Kurubo, any language at all, or Yoruba or whatever. Nigerians do that in their pidgin language, and they are
doing well.
Yes.
Right. I would have loved that you played your flute, but we don't have time. Our
no
time
problem.
is well spent, and so maybe another time when we get to
no
speak
problem.
to you, we'll do that. But thank you very much for coming, Uncle
You're
Dela.
welcome.
Very insightful conversation.
Glory be to
we're
God all the
grateful,
time.
Right. Yeah, of course, it's been a very insightful conversation about Ghanaian music and its influence beyond entertainment. And a huge thank you to our guest, Uncle Bessa Simons, who is the president of Musica, and Uncle Dela Butri, who is known for his socially conscious music, for their perspectives on this very important topic. Now, music is a very universal language, and it can inspire, it can educate, and move people to action. The question is, are we using it effectively? Thank you very much for tuning into Business Breakfast on Z. My name is Nitra B. Hammond. We are back again next week for more insightful conversations. Please enjoy the weekend. And up next is The Brighter Side with NYA, the brand. When you think Ghana, as always, think Z. See you.
It's your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio.